We each come into this world with a sense of what's righteous, let's say. And it's very simple. When we're babies, it's just, I'm hungry, I need milk. I'm overstimulated, I need quiet. I'm wet, I need a new diaper. I need the comfort and the sturdiness, the nourishment of my mother's body, my father's body, etc. We can hear harmony, we can hear dissonance. The tone in a voice of self-hatred lands on our bodies as dissonance. The tone of tenderness resonates in our bodies as righteous. And we come in as tuning forks. And we love this world. And we love to make our way through the world based on this knowing and the integrity of our beings. And when we are somehow, the only way I can really say it is broken, conditioned to turn our backs on that knowing and that integrity, there is not only a heartbreak, but a deep disappointment in ourselves that we have failed in our little bodies to serve what we love, what we know, and to stand in our integrity. And a huge part of our self-loathing comes from our perceived failing our God, so to speak. Failing, betraying, being not up to, representing and making so the beauty that we know and can see, and participating in that. And a very necessary piece of spiritual maturity is to find that integrity and love it with everything you have. Discover a way to have a deep fidelity to that. And that requires nothing less than to become a full human expression of the divine. To grow up, clean off, and perfect the faculties of your human beingness so that you become a being that can speak from, speak for what's most true. And this is how we love ourselves, is that we actually fall in love with the taste of truth on our tongues again, and become clear enough and strong enough to stand in that, to live from that. If we don't take a step toward this integrity for ourselves, we remain in a way spiritual babies, waiting for somebody else to do it for us, but always slightly ready to push the red victim button because somebody's not doing it for us or making it happen, or waiting for mom and dad to come and make the world right. This step toward integrity is extremely challenging because in it there has to be a reckoning with just how far you've strayed and just how young and unable you feel in certain places to know what's true, to move from what's true, to speak for what's true. We have to look at the place where we left off strengthening in the light of truth, and instead bent and cowed and coped and stayed very young. And so much mercy has to be applied here because we are human beings and this is our plight. We are handed something beautiful when we come into this world, and it is what we are here to express and to participate in. And yet, some of us in our development are carrying large deficits, so that even knowing in a particular moment of relational confusion what's actually true and going on can be a lot. It can be very challenging. It can be very challenging to find the kind of support that we need, to find the clarity that we need, and to dust off the cobwebs of delusion from our sight. And this is really the cup that we're offered to drink, the throne that we're offered to sit in as human beings. And many, many human beings don't even see it or refuse it because it is not the easy way. The easy way is just to stay young and victimized, find as much comfort as you can, bitch about the big people, and wait for your death day. Coasting, staying unconscious. But to actually see the invitation, and despite all the odds and all the heartbreaks and all the broken places, to say, yes, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to be a holy expression of this and nothing less, no matter what kind of a road I have to walk on. And there's a certain, this is in Christian terms, I would say, consciously stepping up on the cross that has been given you. This unique combination of your light and the limitations that you struggle with, which is what a human being is, an intersection of the unlimited and the limited for the glorification of the holy. And it's, on Earth right now, this is the thing. It's, we're getting squeezed, and this is the thing. It's time to grow up. But that phrase is not used in the way that it's used to damn young things, struggling things. That sort of cartoon I had for a while, someone sent me with this, like library with all these books and this man in a suit smacking another man across the face and saying, snap out of it, and underneath it says single session therapy. So that's not what I'm talking about. There's a middle road where we hold a high expectation for ourselves and simultaneously hold a tender mercy for the places that need mercy and a womb to grow up. And so far we have squished those into either a kind of a over yin, you can stay baby forever, or, and there are some forms of spirituality that are extremely yin, where you can just go and get loved up and lay around and suck your thumb and feel good. And then there's the other sort of super yang kind that just has this snap out of it feel that's harsh, and that you start to be afraid to actually show the place you struggle because you're just going to get whacked and left with no actual resource to address that place that's so young. It isn't connected to mind or will or somebody's program about you snapping out of it. And this is really the challenge now, to deeply and willingly consent to our humanness and not try to evade either the high beauty by blowing it off and saying, I just suck, nor, and getting sort of lost in a kind of the limitation, nor to pretend and walk around like we are embodied unlimitedness when we're still an asshole and a jackass, and ignore this side. And right in the middle of that is called a crucifixion, because to have your eyes open to your light and the beautiful possibility of the nobility and grandeur of being a whole human being, have your eyes on that, and have your eyes on how you fail that continuously through your human limitation, is a great big ow, until the two reckon inside you and the humanness softens in a willingness to be here, and the light shines forth, and there is a sense inside, may I serve you through being perfected. Not perfected because we suck and we better get perfect so we can be loved, but a perfection as a prayer and service to what we love the most. May this limited bag of bones reflect your light to the highest degree possible. And may my every step and word be to serve that possibility. I feel like my voice, I have lost my voice so much. I feel like I'm like kind of working the Italian side of my family, like I'm up here like the godmother, you know. Guido, go get the boys. Somebody's got to die here.